So this next part of the explanation, I wanted to talk about this part 4. I get a lot of questions on what is a concept map and what do you mean by, showing the connection between each of these letters. Well, one of the big things that I think is important that I like to do is not just look at the facts or the details. And you'll notice that in this assignment, I'm trying to get you to see kind of the big picture and make some applications as well. So that's really the biggest reason for part 4 is trying to see how these things fit together, that there are patterns to these things because our emotions and our actions and our stress and all of that kind of fit together. They don't operate in a vacuum. So, like our emotional and social health obviously affect our stress, and our stress obviously affects our emotional and social health. And those two things can affect our cognition and our readiness to learn. And so all of these things work in tandem. And so that's really what I'm looking for you to do here in part 4 is to show how those connections are made. Now, how you do that is really up to you. There's no like really right or wrong way that a concept map looks, but I would say that you need to have enough detail that it shows the connections between the two in a very specific way. So for example, some of the concept maps I get, it's just like they have emotional, social, they have acute and chronic stress, and they just have a line in between, and then they have a line to chronic cognitive lags, and they have a line to health and safety, and that's it. Well, that's not telling me anything. That doesn't show me how those things are interrelated or how they're connected. And so I need you to be specific in your connections. So I'll show you a few examples from one of my face-to-face classes, and just to show you that there could be a variety of ways that you do this. So here's one that they did that, again, was specific. Now, they did this in class in about 10 minutes, so it's a little different than what y'all are going to produce online, but that's one way to look at it. Here's a different way that a different group did it. Here's yet another one. And another one. So you'll notice that they did, like a theme in the middle, and then how each one of them connected back to that theme. And then here's the final one. So this is where I would say, like, this is probably not enough information because it's not necessarily showing the connection. But you'll notice that each of the graphic organizers was very, very different. Each of the concept maps were very, very different. And so I gave them the same kind of direction that I gave you, and they all came up with something vastly different. And that's because we see connections in different ways, and we put things together in different ways. So again, that's why I'm saying I'm not looking for like a right way that they're connected. I'm looking that you've put the thought into showing how they're connected in a visual way. So if you'll notice with the rubric, I'm not saying like you got it right or wrong. It's just, did you clearly demonstrate how those concepts were interrelated, or did you not provide a clear picture of how they're related? And so again, not looking for right or wrong. Your concept map can look however you see it fitting together in your head.